Alrighty, we're down here in the crawl space today. I have our access back there. And I've got some stuff going on. You can see that there's some issues with leakage. They did not seal this. It is a friction fit that at minimum needs plumber's putty, Teflon tape, heck, even a joint compounder pipe dope would be acceptable. But turn around, we can see that there's more standing water and leakage. They've gone and painted over everything, so it's a bit hard to see where any of that was coming from. We've also got a sealant here that was added in after the fact. Try and pack these joints. This is just what it is. And then back there at the U-bend, you can actually see that it is flat and actually slightly back pitched in towards the home. So we need all of this looked at by a licensed plumber just to find out where all of these issues are, because my camera cannot fight up and around this corner and back around that way. So we need to have a licensed plumber come out here, take a look at everything, make sure everything is at bare minimum up to code, and take a look at all this. We're going to go ahead and open up this cap and take a look at what's underneath here and out towards the foundation. This line is running out the back towards the shared driveway and parking area. No tape, no compound, nothing sealing that. So that is literally the bare minimum to get that going. But we're going to go ahead and hop in and see what we can see down here. We've got our transition point at about 6 feet, which makes sense. We're right here at the back of the property next to the foundation where the line is leaving. We're going to go ahead and push past this and see what we can see at the tap. Then we will tape up and test for leakage. Here, this isn't an issue with the connection, but they didn't bother to deburr the line. It is something that we are seeing more and more often with new construction. And here at 52 feet, we do have our city tap connection. This is a 4-inch line leaving the property, and I made sure to flush some toilets and run some water before I hopped in the line just to fill up any low points, make sure there was nothing going on there. And we can see here we're in the main line. I'm actually going to push forward just a smidge. And that connection, everything here looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and pull back, tape up, run some water, and see what we can see as far as flow. Alright, it looks like we have smooth flow into the main, but flushing from the inside, you can actually hear the flush slow down in two places, one at the U-turn and one on its way towards the cleanout. Looks like the line has a higher point towards the middle, and that needs to be regraded. Looks like they just need to bring the support straps down just a little bit to give it the proper drop. Overall, the exterior line looks really good. Interior line needs to be re-inspected by a licensed third-party plumber to ensure proper pitch and flow, and to make sure that none of that paint is covering up any leakage. To also make sure that all of these connections were properly done and that the line is supported. Just looking at it, you can actually see where things drop and where the high points are. So that all needs to be addressed. Outside of that, this line is going to need proper maintenance in the future. I would recommend having line hydrojetted once every 10 years to make sure any grease and scum buildup that builds up in the line is pushed out to the main where it can be dealt with. Outside of that, it's being aware of what goes down the line, minimizing grease and oils, and making sure that no non-flushables, including floss, flossers, Q-tips, hygiene products, and feminine hygiene products, are not flushed down the line. I also highly recommend to stay away from flushable wipes. While they do say flushable, they do not break down in a decent amount of time, and while they can make it out of your line pretty easily, they are notorious for causing backups and wreaking havoc on the city side, from street lines to main lines to lift pump stations and treatment plants. So I highly recommend that those don't be used. Now today I will not be putting a seal back on this. This is new construction that should have been done by the person doing the finishes here. So we're going to make sure that they come out here and do that right and get this sealed up so it's not leaking anymore.